Welcome back, everybody. Update 27 was just pushed to the beta branch last night, so I thought I'd quickly go through the patch notes and let you guys know what is being added. Now, there are a lot of changes, a lot of fixes, and some additions, so we'll just go through the highlights. This video would be pretty long, and I think Jeffrey or Joe will do it on the official stream here in probably a couple weeks, so let's let them do that. We'll just set the highlights now as kind of a teaser. I don't know when this update will come out, but since it's doing stuff with prep for Halloween, I'm guessing it will be, barring any major bugs discovered in the patch, of course, very early in October, if not like the 30th of September. Today is the 28th of September that I'm recording this, so it's, probably within like a day or two it will be pushed to the main branch, is my guess. Now, it's just totally a guess. But that's my assumption. There's not anything huge like a new map like in Update 26 or Plague Territories like in Update 25. This is definitely a smaller patch. There are additions, but just it shouldn't be as prone to huge gigantic bugs as those two patches were. So this should kind of go off without a hitch and be available to you guys within just the next couple days. Tracy is being loud right now. So the first set of things is the Halloween masks. Now, last year they gave us the swine and bovine mask, which I'm wearing right now, which is very awesome. And this year we're getting 3 new masks. So there's the Halloween mask, I keep saying that, the hockey mask here. Then there's the jack-o'-lantern mask and a scarecrow mask. And as it says here, you have to log in between October 25th, November 1st. If it works the same way as it did last year, you literally just have to log in. It's like you join the game for 2 seconds, then quit. You'll get all the stuff. I will put out a video, closer to that time, because it would really suck to log in November 2nd, and realize, hey, I just lost out on all this cool stuff that was literally free. I think I'm about to be attacked by a zombie. I am. Thought I was perfectly safe here, but I guess not. So the next nice thing, which I'll be taking a look at, is there have been some changes to the roads in Marshall. Make it a bit easier to drive through. So there's especially one annoying place that I'll show that's been changed, and I love it. But first, I want to show you the trunks while we're just parked here. So this isn't working perfectly. But in general, the trunk spaces will stack to twice a normal stack. So this was working before, that the gas cans would stack into the same spot, as you can see with the toolkits, but for whatever reason something has happened that's not working right now. This does not work for rucksacks, this does not work for weapons, but for ammo and Molotovs and all this other stuff it should work, which will be great. It's always weird when you take ammo out of your pocket, and if you have an assault character, you can't even put all the ammo they have in one pocket into one space in your trunk, and it's just kind of weird that it works like that. So let's look at this space right here. If you're playing on the normal game, like on the main release of the game, this is a very annoying spot to go through. The semi is backed up. It is barely possible to get through here in a wide car. Like if you're driving a van or a Bandito, as I do quite often because I like the extra space, it is super annoying to get through here, and any zombie or bloater just kind of ruins your day. So they've pulled forward the semi-truck, and I believe they've backed up the semi-trailer, maybe made it slightly differently angled, so it's quite easy to get through, and that is just great. I'm not sure of any other specific points, but I'll just kind of drive through Marshall while I'm talking. So maybe we'll see some more slightly better territory. So let's see. Oh, another huge vehicle fix, which I am excited about, is the vehicle repair bug that has been in the game for a long time. They believe they have fixed it. It used to be caused, or at least one cause, was plague ferals knocking off your doors. I have a video about that. Hopefully they fixed it, so that's no longer an issue, and you can repair your cars in peace without worrying about it going flying anymore. And another nice thing that they've fixed, which was just not a huge game-changing fix, but a very nice quality of life improvement, is that it used to be that if you got into the back right seat of the car, you would just move over into the front passenger seat and just sit there. And then you'd just be sitting there trying to drive your car, and you wouldn't go anywhere, and you'd have to manually switch over to the driver's seat. I don't remember the button for that on controller, but for keyboard, it's just you press the number 1, and you would switch over to the driver's seat. But that no longer happens. That is great. So let's just drive over here to my outpost real quick and take a look at the map, because there have been some changes on the map as well. So if you look over here, we have this symbol now, a white plague heart indicator. So this is the normal plague heart indicator, but a white plague heart indicator shows a plague heart husk that you have not fully looted. So you can see in the top left what is left in the corpse of the heart there. So we have, the plague samples, the rucksack, whatever other items, and you can see, and that number does change. The remaining items number does change based on how much you've looted, as you would expect. So you can see pretty well what's left in the plague heart, which is great. And then you zoom out and see exactly what you missed. I can't show it here because it was in a different community, but I loaded into a lethal community, and I thought I had been pretty good about looting the hearts, and I loaded up and there were like 15 hearts strewn across the map that I hadn't looted yet. So that was pretty awesome to see. I'm going to have to, go through and loot all of them at some point. Another thing, I don't know if I don't have a good way of showing this, but freaks in hordes are now shown separately on the map, so you can see exactly what you're getting into. Prior, you'd have to mouse over. Fortunately, I just restarted my game, so I don't have any hordes right now. Previously, you'd have to mouse over a horde to see specifically what was in it, and now you can just... did I just hear a bloater die when I'm trying to see freaks? Anyway, you can see the feral there, but he's not part of a horde. Yep. In the main patch right now, you have to mouse over or select the horde on the map, and then it will tell you what's in there. Now you can just easily see what's in the horde. What freaks are in the horde, I mean. So another nice change is new icons for missions. I believe it's based on where the mission is located. Of course, I should have showed this when I was in a safe place, but I have Tressie's mission selected. She wants me to go to the fire station, and we have this kind of, I don't even know how to describe that, kind of fire station-y icon there, maybe. If we switch over to this sheriff mission, oh, actually that's not going to give me a location. Let's check these other ones. Yeah, this one I see a lot for a tent. I believe that's for houses. And, yeah, mostly just for houses and probably campsites as well. And barns, maybe. But, yeah, so we have some new icons, which are pretty snazzy. One very nice thing, at least for me, let's just drive back to base, is that they allow you to claim the outpost for the Army Medical Tent next to Jurassic Junction. For whatever reason, this just wasn't claimable as an outpost in Update 26, so they changed that. Let's just see that really quickly. That's not necessarily the most strategic position, but for me, it's very nice to have a useful outpost on this side of the map, because I do like to loot up everything on the map, or at least take a pretty good chunk of it all. So having to claim a beds outpost, which I don't really like, or just like a random useless outpost like the abandoned containers, was always kind of annoying to me. So having a nice outpost on this side of the map is very good. On that same note, there are a few places, I believe up in this area near the fairgrounds, that would show that you could claim them as an outpost, but you couldn't actually claim them as an outpost. So they fixed that. Very nice little change there. And one nice thing, I'm at home now, so let's do this. One of my characters over here, Mackenzie, does not have a 5th skill. So previously, in order to use the outposts, skill training things, you'd have to actually be at the outpost, which would be a little annoying. But now they made it so if you're at your base, or if you're at the outpost, you can use it. So we just use that here, and hopefully she got medicine. She did. Perfect. Let's switch back to Miss Scary Lady here. I didn't even realize this before, but Hush is actually a pretty good scary movie if you hadn't seen it. That was just a coincidence, though. That was not planned for this Halloween informational episode. So, changes to the base. If you had used the Farmland Compound, which is a very popular base on Trumbull Valley, you probably realized there were some issues with the passive sturdy bunkhouse ability. It would try to, like, give you beds and take away beds automatically as you need them, but it didn't work quite right. So often it would just like add beds and then immediately remove them, or remove them and then immediately add them again.
I really feel like we're
so it was
part of something
didn't
special
hardly ever work the way you wanted it to, and it was very spammy. Anything that happened, up here, it would then also display like unpacking stop, unpacking started, and just like so often it was annoying. So they changed it. So now you can choose what it'll be. So currently I'm at +6 beds, and if I want to change it over to pack the bunk rooms, it will now give me +2 beds and -5 morale. And I'll show that in just a second when it finishes building. Let's see. Oh, the biochem station. The mod for the infirmary now will increase your appropriate skills. So you can now see will improve. I don't know how I can show this on, or like highlight where it says, but it says will improve pathology and pharmacy or pharmacology skills all the way down. So that's great that those are working correctly now. Let's see. And one last bug that I want to highlight being fixed was kind of fixed specifically for me. So the way that I have my keys set up, I use keyboard and mouse, so right click is aim, as is often the case in video games. I just want one zombie here, that's why I'm sometimes shooting. So right click is aim. But I also have it so when you grab a zombie, right click will be throw, because it's a ranged attack. That makes sense in my head, right? So I would press right click to attack. Now, in the current build, if you have your throw wall grappled action the same button as your aiming action, and you press right click too quickly, it will let go of the zombie and start aiming your gun. You can see this in some of my videos from the past month. It's just or maybe past 2 months. It's very annoying. The one actually kind of important thing that it keeps you from doing, especially in speedruns, is you can do kind of a 0 stamina throw. If you throw a zombie like the second you like fully grab it like that, it won't cost you hardly any extra stamina, and you can always grab even if you have 0 stamina. So you can always grab and throw if you throw it immediately. I could not do this, which actually was like a negative to like my speedruns, which I do enjoy the speedruns of this game. So they fixed that, and they said at the end of the patch note, this will probably only help one specific player. You're welcome, Matt. And I am very appreciative, so thank you, Undead Labs. So I can now grab and throw as expected. Yeah, so I'm very happy about that. So anyway, I think that's all. Actually, no, there's one slight thing, but that's basically all that I have to show for today. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully this will exit out of my game quickly so that I can show the one last thing. Okay, so they did make one more slight change. When you go to Manage Communities, it says the map that they're playing next to the difficulty. So you can see Meager Valley Lethal, Trumbull Valley Standard. In the current version, it just says like Standard Zone. It doesn't say what map they're playing. So it's a nice little change. If you go away for a while and come back, you can quickly see which community you want or which map you want. But yeah, as I said, I think this is it. So thank you guys all for watching. If you have any comments or questions, put them down below. As I said at the beginning, the full patch notes will be in the description. And this video is literally like 10 minutes longer than I wanted it to be, but yeah, I ramble a lot. So there you go.